This was unbelievable. Caden Lewis almost didn't sign with Kentucky. Did you know? Subscribe to the channel before the news. The Kentucky Wildcats almost saw one of their biggest recruiting achievements slip through their fingers. Caden Lewis, a four-star point guard from the Washington, D.C. area and the number 30 prospect in the country in the 247 sports composite, was one step away from cutting Kentucky off his list of options and potentially choosing UConn. What seemed like a natural fit for the Wildcats almost turned into a disappointment. But in the end, the persistence and hard work of Mark Pope and Jason Hart prevailed, keeping the player in Lexington. Lewis's journey with Kentucky was not an easy one. Although the prospect had a list of top offers, including programs like Duke, UConn, North Carolina, and Michigan, it was Kentucky that was in the mix until the very end. However, an unforeseen event nearly caused the Wildcats to lose the draft. When Lewis visited Kentucky on October 11th, he was unable to attend the team's practice due to a delayed flight. This minor setback put the Wildcats at a disadvantage in the process, to the point where Lewis considered cutting the Lexington team. As his father, Jarrett Lewis, revealed, the situation was unfolding in a way that Kentucky seemed to be losing ground. He was on the verge of cutting Kentucky, Jarrett Lewis said, as reported by the Marshall County Daily. The Kentucky noise was all over the place. There were crystal ball picks for him to go to Kentucky earlier. But when Big Blue Nation was going crazy, Kentucky had no chance at that point. Everyone thought it was Kentucky, and we hadn't even seen them practice. Despite all the signs that things were getting tough, Mark Pope and Jason Hart didn't give up. They pursued a relentless recruiting strategy, and it made all the difference. I'm shocked because Mark and Jason recruited him harder than any blue blood, Lewis's father said. Regardless of his ranking, Pope recruited him like he was Allen Iverson in his prime. Mark Pope or Jason Hart were here every week. Mark Pope came 4 weeks in a row to watch a Caden practice and then went home. We never made that public. Pope's approach was clear. He saw Lewis's potential and made sure to put in the time and effort to get him. Even with stiff competition, he not only stayed focused but also used the persuasion needed to make Lewis see himself in Lexington. Pope and Hart's dedication is a testament to how Kentucky recruiting isn't just about numbers and rankings, but about a genuine commitment to players and their journeys. In the end, Kentucky's recruiting strategy prevailed, and Lewis chose to sign with the Wildcats despite the threat from UConn. His arrival in Lexington is a reflection of the tireless work Mark Pope has put in to ensure the program remains competitive. Kentucky, with Pope at the helm, has shown an impressive ability to attract top talent, even when circumstances seem challenging. This episode serves as a reminder to BBN that behind every great recruit is a story of perseverance, dedication, and a clear vision for the future. And with Pope at the helm, it appears Kentucky is poised to continue building a winning program where even the nation's top talent is drawn to what the Wildcats have to offer. The Kentucky Wildcats continue to show their offensive prowess under Mark Pope, and their most recent 97-68 win over the Lipscomb Bisons only reinforced that impression. The team is playing at an impressive level, averaging 94.3 points per game, ranking 11th in the nation. Kentucky's offense has been one of the most dynamic and versatile in the country, and as the season progresses, it looks like the Wildcats have the potential to make history. Lipscomb coach Lenny Acuff, who has faced some of the biggest Power 4 programs during his 6 years at the helm, was full of praise for the Kentucky team, calling its offense the best he's ever faced. Acuff, with his vast experience against elite programs, described the Wildcats' offensive prowess as impressive. I'm tremendously impressed. We've played a lot of these games. We've played a lot of them, and we've done well in a lot of them. This is the best Power 4 offensive team we've played in my 6 years at Lipscomb, he said. The coach also highlighted the individual quality of some key Kentucky players. Lamont, Butler, Jackson Robinson, and Kobe Brea play like that. They're going to be a tough opponent. Kentucky's offense has truly been unstoppable. In the win over Lipscomb, 4 players scored in double figures, with Jackson Robinson leading the team with 20 points, followed closely by Lamont Butler with 16, Otega Oa with 14, and Kobe Brea with 12 points. This offensive depth, combined with Pope's style of play, has been one of the Wildcats' greatest strengths, creating a dynamic that is difficult for opponents to contain. Kentucky's versatility on offense has been one of their biggest selling points. The team is capable of scoring in a variety of ways, from the perimeter with 3-point shots to fast break attacks and finishing in transition. With Brea, Robinson, and Butler excelling in different aspects of the game, the Wildcats have shown that they have an offensive line capable of adapting to any challenge. The big question now is how far this offense can take Kentucky this season. Mark Pope, who has been instrumental in shaping this dynamic offense, has the tools to lead Kentucky to a level of offensive excellence that may be difficult for any team in the country to match. The combination of talent, strategy, and execution has been the formula for success, and Acuff's confidence in Kentucky's offense only reinforces the idea that the Wildcats are becoming an unstoppable force in college basketball. What do you think? Comment below.